use of alternative energy is one solution to minimize the factor that drive global warming. Indonesia is a large country in terms of its population, which occupies the top 4 position in the world. In addition, as a country that is crossed by the equator, Indonesia is one of the tropical countries in the world that has abundant energy sources, both consumable and renewable or alternative energy sources. However, along with the increasing population of Indonesia, the energy resources needed by Indonesia will be even greater, while Indonesia cannot continue to depend on consumable energy. Therefore, alternative energy sources can play an important role for the survival of the Indonesian people in the future. There are several reasons why they desperately need alternative energy. Reporting from the Encyclopedia Britannica 2015, since the beginning of the 20th century, about 80% of the energy used by humans has come from fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are fuels formed from the fossil of living beings that died and were buried millions of years ago. Underground, these buried fossils from slayer and eventually becomes coal, petroleum, or natural gas. Fossil fuels are non-renewable energy sources, that is, the amount on Earth is limited and will run out someday. Therefore, humans need the other some sources of energy that can be utilized if fossil fuels run out. This other energy is called alternative energy. Along with the times, there are more and more types of alternative energy sources and their benefit for human life, especially in preventing global warming. Here are 10 examples of alternative energy that I have summarized. First of all, solar thermal. The solar heat can be converted into electrical energy with the help of solar panels. The solar panels has a series of photovoltaic cells which are interpreted as electrolyte. The extensions of this alternative energy is able to move such as electric vehicles and even electric boats that are installed with solar panels. Unfortunately, the use of solar panel is still limited due to their high cost. Second of all, geothermal. Geothermal is the energy in the earth that comes from volcanic activity of volcanoes, such as natural steam, hot water, and dry rocks. Unfortunately, this geothermal plant is still relatively traditional. Research in Iceland has discovered a new power of this energy so that geothermal result can multiply the amount of electricity up to 10 times. The third, wind. Blowing wind is able to convert kinetic energy into mechanical energy which is connected to a generator engine to produce electrical energy. For example, the use of large windmills in the Netherlands to ensure irrigation water for agriculture and electricity generation. Number 4, hydropower. This alternative energy is made by damming river water and then directing water pipes to turbines. The energy produced is based on the process of falling water into the turbine and the amount of water flowing. Therefore, hydroelectric power plants or PLTA really need a very large water source and the construction of a large place to accommodate water like a natural lake or reservoir. The fifth, biomass. The rest of the disposal of human or animal waste can be used as alternative energy. This energy is converted by burning it first or mixed with other materials that are stored in the tank until it is later distributed through the installation tip or what is known as biogas. The sixth, tidal. This energy comes from the tides in seawater and its application is more predictable. The working principle of this energy lies in the layer, volume, of water that occurs at high tide. The seventh, ethanol. Ethanol or ethyl alcohol is an alternative energy source derived from alcohol from a fermentation process in certain plants, such as corn and wheat. One of the countries that is developing this alternative energy very well is Brazil. In fact, Brazil is not longer dependent on fuel oil or BM. The eighth, nuclear or uranium. Nuclear produces a very large amount of electrical energy. This is evidenced by the result of the size of 1 gram of radioactive substance, which can produce a mass of 50,000 kilowatt of electrical energy per hour. Nuclear energy does not produce a greenhouse effect, so that can prevent global warming. One country that has tried energy is Japan. The ninth, hydrogen. The process of making this energy uses only water that is burned by electricity and heat like gasoline. Then, the hydrogen produced through the storage process is mixed with oxygen from the atmosphere until a chemical reaction occurs. The existence of this reaction from energy which is converted into electrical almost 100% and the rest is heat. The latter, piezoelectric. Piezoelectric is the energy generated from a system that can convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. The working principle of this energy is the amount of pressure from people who are somewhere and then converted into electrical energy. This human-powered power plant, for example in Japan, use passenger passing at the Tokyo station. Any energy generated based on change in temperature, movement, mass of vehicle, and the resulting vibration. It can be concluded the advantage of alternative energy, among other, renewable, environmentally friendly, abundant supply, ability to replace fossil energy sources. However, of course, alternative energy must have drawbacks, including less efficient, the initial installation costs are quite high, alternative energy is less reliable and highly dependent on certain conditions. In conclusion, even though the term is alternative energy must not become the main energy source. Fossil fuels that we use for decades actually cause global warming and climate change. Fossil fuels are extracted by destroying forests and replacing them with mines. In fact, forests are the lungs of the earth. On the other hand, burning fossil fuels produce toxic gases. The gases we know as greenhouse gases make the earth warmer. This warming causes the polar ice cap to melt, causing sea level to rise. Therefore, the use of fossil fuels or non-renewable energy must be stopped or reduced immediately. Instead, we must turn to alternative energy that is environmentally friendly and does not produce greenhouse gases. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.